What if I told you that the biggest investing mistake in America isn't losing money? It's never investing at all. But here's what nobody tells you. Starting wrong can be just as damaging as never starting. So today, I'm going to give you something most financial channels won't. Not just motivation, not just vague advice. Real information, real numbers, and real starting points. Because you deserve both the encouragement to begin and the knowledge to begin correctly. No, the problem most beginners face. Every day, millions of Americans leave their money sitting in traditional bank accounts earning less than 1% interest. Meanwhile, inflation continues to reduce purchasing power over time. Even when inflation moderates, money sitting in low-yield accounts often grows much more slowly than the cost of living. That means your money is effectively losing purchasing power while it sits there feeling safe. At the same time, others rush into crypto, meme stocks, and day trading because someone on social media promised quick riches. Both extremes hurt people. Paralysis on one end, recklessness on the other. The solution lives in the middle, and that's exactly what we're going to explore today. A few years ago, a young teacher named Sarah decided she wanted to invest. She wasn't chasing overnight riches. She simply wanted her money to work harder than it was working in her savings account. So she started researching. One person told her to buy crypto. Another told her to day trade. Someone promised to double her money in months. The more she searched, the more overwhelmed she became. Eventually, Sarah spoke with a retired financial advisor who gave her one piece of advice that changed everything. He said, "Before you learn how to make money, learn how not to lose it." That single lesson completely redirected her approach. Instead of chasing excitement, she focused on building a foundation. And within 10 years, following simple and consistent principles, she had built more wealth than most of her colleagues who had been chasing shortcuts the entire time. Let me show you exactly what that foundation looks like. Step 1. Build your emergency fund in a high-yield savings account. Before you invest a single dollar, you need financial protection. Because if an emergency forces you to pull money out of investments at the wrong time, you could lock in serious losses. A high-yield savings account solves this problem. While traditional savings accounts currently offer less than 1% interest at many banks, numerous high-yield savings accounts in 2026 are offering between 4% and 5% annually, depending on the institution and market conditions. That's a significant difference on real money. For example, $10,000 in a traditional savings account earning 0.5% generates roughly $50 per year. That same $10,000 in a high-yield savings account earning 4.75% generates about $475 per year. Same money, same effort, nearly 10 times the return. If you are thinking of where to find them, institutions like Marcus by Goldman Sachs, Ally Bank, SoFi, and Capital One consistently rank among the popular options. Always verify current rates through trusted financial comparison websites before opening an account. Your goal here is simple. Save 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Keep it accessible. Keep it separate from your spending account. This is your financial safety net, not your wealth-building vehicle. Once this foundation is in place, you're ready to invest. Step 2. Understand U.S. Treasury bills. U.S. Treasury bills, commonly called T-bills, are short-term government securities backed by the full faith and credit of the United States government. In practical terms, you're lending money to the U.S. government for a fixed period, typically ranging from 4 weeks to 1 year, and earning interest in return. As of 2026, 3-month T-bills have generally been yielding around 4% to 5% annually, depending on market conditions and Federal Reserve policy. That's a competitive return with essentially zero default risk. There are important considerations that beginners often miss. T-bills are subject to federal income tax, but exempt from state and local taxes. This makes them especially valuable for investors in high state tax environments like California or New York. However, T-bill rates are not fixed forever. They fluctuate with Federal Reserve policy. Current rates reflect the prevailing economic environment and will change over time. You can purchase T-bills directly through treasurydirect.gov with a minimum investment of just $100. No broker needed, no fees. Direct from the government. Step 3. Explore money market funds. Money market funds are mutual funds that invest in short-term, high-quality debt instruments such as T-bills, certificates of deposit, and commercial paper from highly rated corporations. They're designed to maintain a stable value of $1 per share while generating modest returns. Think of them as a sophisticated holding place for cash. As of 2026, many government money market funds are yielding approximately 4% to 5% annually, depending on interest rate conditions. Two popular options worth researching are the Vanguard Federal Money Market Fund, known by its ticker VMFXX, and the Fidelity Government Money Market Fund, known as SPAXX. Both are consistently among the most respected in the industry due to their low expense ratios and strong track records. There is one critical thing to understand before you invest here. Money market funds are not FDIC insured like bank accounts. While they are designed to be extremely stable, they carry slightly more risk than a savings account. This risk is considered minimal, but you should understand it clearly before committing your money. Step 4. The wealth building engine, index funds. Now we arrive at the investment that has quietly and consistently created more ordinary millionaires in America than perhaps any other vehicle, index funds. Here's the concept explained simply. Instead of trying to pick individual winning stocks, an index fund automatically owns a small piece of hundreds or thousands of companies simultaneously. The S&P 500 index fund, for example, owns proportional shares of the 500 largest publicly traded companies in America. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, Johnson & Johnson, JP Morgan Chase, and hundreds more that serve millions of people every single day. The historical performance speaks clearly. The S&P 500 has delivered an average annual return of approximately 10% over the long term before inflation, or roughly 7% after adjusting for inflation. To understand what that means in real terms, consider this. $10,000 invested in an S&P 500 index fund in 1996 would be worth approximately $200,000 today, assuming dividends were reinvested. No stock picking, no market timing, no financial genius required. Just consistency and patience. Two index funds worth researching as a starting point are the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, traded under the ticker VOO, which carries an expense ratio of just 0.03%, meaning for every $10,000 invested, you pay only $3 per year in fees, and the Fidelity Zero Total Market Index Fund, which charges literally 0% in expenses. Always compare expense ratios before choosing a fund because even small differences compound significantly over decades. There is a critical warning that every beginner must understand. Index funds fluctuate with the market. In 2008, the S&P 500 dropped approximately 38%. In 2020, it dropped roughly 34% before recovering. If you cannot leave this money untouched for at least 5 years, and preferably 10 or more, index funds may not be appropriate for your current situation. Long-term investing requires emotional discipline, not just financial commitment. What most people completely overlook: tax-advantaged accounts. Here is information that most beginner content never covers, and it might be the most important section of everything we're discussing today. Where you hold your investments matters almost as much as what you invest in. If your employer offers a 401k with matching contributions, you should contribute at minimum enough to capture the full match before doing anything else. An employer match is an immediate 50% to 100% return on your contribution, depending on your plan terms. No investment on earth can guarantee that kind of instant return. In 2026, you can contribute up to $24,000 to a 401k annually, with additional catch-up contributions available for eligible older workers. A Roth IRA is equally powerful and often overlooked by beginners. A Roth IRA allows you to invest after-tax dollars and withdraw everything, including all of your growth, completely tax-free in retirement. On a long-time horizon, this tax-free growth can be worth more than the investment returns themselves. In 2026, you can contribute up to $7,000 annually, or $8,000 if you are age 50 or older. Income limits apply, so verify your eligibility before opening one. Fidelity, Vanguard, and Charles Schwab all offer Roth IRAs with no account minimums and access to low-cost index funds, making them ideal starting points for beginners. The 3 rules. every beginner must internalize. The first rule is to protect first. Build your emergency fund before investing anything. 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account is non-negotiable. Without this foundation, one unexpected crisis can force you to liquidate investments at exactly the wrong time, turning a temporary market dip into a permanent loss. The second rule is to eliminate high-interest debt before investing aggressively. Paying off credit card debt charging 20% interest is a guaranteed 20% return on your money. No index fund, no T-bill, and no money market fund can promise that. Clear the expensive debt first, then redirect that same payment amount directly into your investments. The third rule is to invest consistently regardless of market conditions. This strategy is called dollar cost averaging. By investing a fixed amount on a regular schedule, whether the market is rising or falling, you automatically buy more shares when prices are low and fewer shares when prices are high. Over time, this smooths out volatility and removes the dangerous temptation to time the market, which even many professional investors struggle to do consistently. The honest truth about building wealth. Successful investing is not about finding perfect investments. It's about developing correct habits and maintaining them through discomfort. The people who build genuine wealth are rarely the most intelligent in the room. They are the most consistent. They invest regularly. They stay patient during downturns. They ignore financial noise. And they give their money decades to compound and grow quietly in the background of their lives. Time is the most powerful force in personal finance, and the numbers prove it beyond any argument. A 25-year-old investing $300 per month into a diversified index fund earning a historical average return could accumulate somewhere between $700,000 and $1 million by age 65, depending on market returns. The same person starting at 35 would accumulate significantly less by the same age. Same discipline, same monthly investment, same investment vehicle. A 10-year delay can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in potential wealth. Yesterday's opportunities are gone and no amount of motivation can recover them. But today's decisions still belong entirely to you, and the best time to make them is right now. Let's look at your starting checklist. Start by opening a high-yield savings account and begin building your emergency fund immediately. If your employer offers a 401k match, contribute enough to capture it fully before anything else. Open a Roth IRA at Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab and set up automatic monthly contributions to a broadly diversified low-cost index fund such as an S&P 500 index fund. As your emergency fund grows, explore Treasury bills through treasurydirect.gov for additional stability outside the stock market. And never stop learning. Read The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. Read The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Knowledge compounds just like money does, and every hour you spend understanding finance pays dividends for the rest of your life. Now tell me in the comments which of these steps you're starting with and what has been your biggest obstacle to investing so far. Your answer might help someone else in this community take their first step. If this gave you genuine value, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for content that respects your intelligence and your financial future. Nothing in this video constitutes personalized financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor before making investment decisions based on your individual circumstances.